We are in. Charlotte, North Carolina. 2K Sports proudly brings you NBA basketball from the home of the Hornets. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. This is the last stop for the Pelicans before returning to New Orleans.
And there's history, some bad blood between these two teams that makes it all the more interesting.
Well, that much more competitive, too, and that's the compelling part here in this matchup. You play so many games in an NBA season. This is the one you get up for.
Now Love. Following the miss by Dunn from deep. Over Harris. Love with the bucket.
Well, using some of that size and strength inside to gain advantage was Kevin Love that time.
Well, Greg, we know that Kevin Love is a great passer, but just how much more does that open up for his team?
I mean, his outlets get the team up and moving in terms of transition faster than probably anyone else could. It's very hard to double Love with the ball, as his awareness and that passing that you mentioned immediately will find the open man. Love's passing alone is probably worth about 10 extra points a game for his team.
Pass to Harris. It's intercepted. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Gary Harris.
An aggressive Oladipo forcing the issue on the drive there.
The Hornets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And you can feel that Oladipo was on the verge of a breakthrough, and boy, did he ever. Everything came together for him, and he is now not only an elite scorer, but an all-star. Can attack from any distance and has a variety of ways to hurt the defense.
Here's Dunn. Gary Harris. Making his last shot. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Mozgov drives in.
Jokic showing off the defensive work there. Outstanding at staying in the face of his man.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away 100% effort all the time.
And then uses his explosiveness once he's gathered the rebound to throw it down.
Count it. Love's got his second basket. And for Oladipo, Greg, there wasn't just one moment that gave him that push.
I mean, his development was less of having a eureka moment and more of everything just coming together. Has always had the strong athleticism, has refined his shot to make the most of it. And while it took him some time, he's now the player everyone hoped he'd be when he was the second overall pick.
Here's Dunn. Following the basket by Kevin Love. Down low. Fires it up. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Mozgov's got 6.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And that one's good. Jokic.
Offense clicking early here. 3 for 4 to start this one.
Oladipo misses. Pelicans trail by 6. Harris. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Oladipo. Pass to Dunn. Out left to the wing. Kicks it out to Love. Over Jokic. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together. The Pelicans a much better team last year than they've been in the past. Still have some areas to address before maybe they become a home court advantage team or a top 4 seed. But the number one thing is they've got to get some more consistency in their outside game.
And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That's foul number 2 for him. Pass to Harris. Back to Jokic. Stolen away. And here comes Livingston, leading the fast break. They get the rebound. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the call will be against Shaun Livingston. That's his first foul. There's 1:34 left to play in the first. For 3, Harris.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game. Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
Now, here's Bridges. Rejected by Harris.
Now, every so often, Tobias Harris showing you something defensively, and great timing to throw that one away. Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon, because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Here's Gasol. Left side Jackson. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. A nice shot by Gasol.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Harris outside. Pass to Jokic. Drills it from outside. Jokic has got 5.
I swear Jokic is out there playing with the watch on because of the timing aspect of his game.
Now, here's Bridges. Jokic defending. Bridges' shot, good.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
And it's Harris off the drive. There's the 3. And another 3 for New Orleans.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. It's Charlotte. They lead by 13. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Hornets here, guys.
I mean, really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, they're attacking the rim in more than one way, and with that kind of success, you feel like the defense is going to make the adjustment. Then you start playing inside out.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Here's Jackson. Pelicans with the rebound. Let's talk about team defense, Brent. To develop trust, it seems like guys have got to communicate on the floor.
I talk to my friends often who ask me about playing an NBA game and playing defense. They first start with saying that I didn't play any, but the second thing we get to, Kevin, is talking about really how intricate good defenses can be. You talk about communication, that's one thing, but throughout the course of the season, you build so much sweat equity on defense and trust by knowing that somebody's going to be behind you, hearing that voice consistently, but positions on the floor where you almost develop play sets. as a defensive team. Now, when you reach that level, that's the upper echelon. But that's when it really gets fun to be down on that end, to shut a team down, to keep a crowd quiet. Defense always begins with great communication.
So many things, rotations and playing angles. And having the guy in back, you know what you can do well, what you can't do well if you're ahead of him.
Well, that, Kevin, and also great teams who are adaptable to make changes on the fly. All of a sudden, a dead ball, coach calls out a different coverage. You want to mess up the team's rhythm on the other end. And 5 guys, they snap to it and can carry out that defensive assignment in one play call. That's great defense.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, some have nicknamed center Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, "This is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown." That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game. He feels that staying calm helps him succeed. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain, close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. The Pelicans making a switch here. Love outside. Now done. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That's his first foul. Players are talking about the new sports science. Better sleep, recovery after lifting, playing, traveling, whatever it is. They say it's making a difference. What do you think?
I think it only makes a difference if the guys put it into practice, Kevin. Like, as much information as they can hand out in a team meeting and sort of give you directives about how it is you should rest and when it is you can get your sleep, players won't see those benefits unless they're as disciplined as they are with trying to get better in the offseason as they are with making sure that they get proper rest to be at their athletic best for competition.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They led by as many as 18 points. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Here's Hollis Jefferson. That shot is off. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. McLemore inside the line. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
Charlotte ball. Substitution for your Hornets returning. Foul.
Charlotte leading by 15. Here's Gasol. Jokic grabs the miss.
Well, I like the shot selection. I don't like the shot result. Won't happen much.
From about 19 feet. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Hollis Jefferson's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
Hornets ball.
It's taken away by Smith. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Jokic is running. Smith outside. To the inside. Great D that time from Love. Hornets leading by 15. And you know, Dennis Smith Jr. is a player who just is oozing with confidence when you see him play.
Yeah, I just love how Smith Jr. will attack every player he goes up against. Chris Paul, who Smith Jr. goes way back with, noticed how even as a rookie, he approaches every challenge head on. As a rookie, Smith Jr. was just jawing at the vets and dunking on everyone. He has the game to back up that personality.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here's Charlotte. Back to Love. To the paint. Charlotte moving it around. They get it back. High arcing shot. Oladipo misses. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Inside. Gasol with the steal. Here's Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Great vision from Sean Livingston, scanning the floor and finding the man.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle. Here's Finney-Smith. Lays it up and banks it in.
Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
And the dunk by Jackson.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Inside. Jokic. Harris inside the line. And so it's Charlotte in command. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Pelicans trail by 16. To the wing right side. Back to Jokic. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And it's done penetrating. Fires the three. And another three for Charlotte.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Morris looking over the floor. Here's McLemore. 6 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Harris inside the line. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Devin Harris.
Done with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Love, no luck.
Alvin Gentry, one of the best offensive minds and coaches in this league. Remember just in the recent past about his time in Phoenix and then in Golden State. Now as the head coach of the Pelicans, and he's done a great job just speeding up this team, pushing the ball, and trying to find ways to put up points.
New Orleans shooting their first free throw of the game here. And for the Pelicans, it took some time before they could implement Gentry's vision.
Well, now it's in place. It felt like a long time to get there, and he ended up making the playoffs and pushing it to the second round. And Alvin Gentry's a big reason why the Pelicans are one of the most exciting teams right now to watch in the NBA.
Brent, we're seeing shorter training camps. I don't know if it adds to injuries or takes away from injuries with fresher bodies. What do you think about that whole philosophy?
I believe that the shorter training camp did lead itself or lend itself to more injuries last year. And one of the things that I'm concerned with, Kevin, just on a physiological level for players, is that what they are doing to prepare themselves for the season as an individual player, working on your weaknesses and doing those sort of things, is not the same as getting into training camp and preparing yourself for your stamina, your endurance, and your wind. And I wonder if there will be some moves in the next couple seasons about trying to get off the individual training and get back to more of the endurance stamina training so that these little injuries are just not part of a season in the future.
And the length of done really annoys the opposition. So good at sticking his hands in passing lanes and coming away with steals.
Pass to Harris. And he banks in the layup. Harris has got 9 points.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against length.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
Charlotte's shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
That's his first personal foul.
Pelicans trail by 20. In the corner, it's Harris. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. 5 on the clock. Here's Morris. And no good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away using those long arms.
Substitution for your Hornets returning.
Dunn, wide open, he fires. True on the 14-footer. He's got 6.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And becoming impatient, that's not how you're going to catch up.
Yeah, that's a painful mistake there. All you can do is just shake that one off and try your best to move on to the next play.
Pass to Gasol. Here's Love. It's hauled in by Harris.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
Tobias Harris in his 8th season in the NBA and still just 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, 1 season at Tennessee, and he has slowly but steadily improved each year. And, you know, he's gotten stronger, more consistent with his long-range shooting, and he's found his calling as one of those prototype small ball fours.
Back to Jokic. Harris, good.
I'm not the biggest player out there, but Tobias Harris confident to get down low, use his frame, and score.
It's taken away by Smith. And New Orleans pushing it up now. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Pelicans have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And Harris drops them both. And it's Livingston with the ball for Charlotte. Jackson is doubled. Jokic with the steal. Here's Smith. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
And Sean Livingston, one of the most unique players in the league, Greg.
6'7" point guard who excels hitting turnaround jumpers in the post. A bouncy finisher around the rim, a versatile defender, and really a cagey playmaker. No one else like him in our league.
Well, after nearly being out of the league, Livingston has found an incredible role, a true warrior.
To the middle. And slam dunk by Harris.
Amazing how much the offense has changed around the center position and the way Jokic can see the floor.
Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got his second basket of the game.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
That's his first personal foul.
And last season, a very strong rookie campaign, Greg, for OG Anunoby.
You know, the team quickly learned that they could rely on him offensively. And it's rare to have a team trust someone taken 23rd overall that quickly. Surprised a lot of people with how efficient he was on offense right out of the gate. And I think you're going to see him continue to grow in that regard. He's going to throw his arm out trying to make a pass of that length.
Charlotte leading by 17. Over to the wing. Down low. Nogueira. And it's sent back by Jokic. And here they go. It doesn't go for him. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Outside Jackson. Charlotte gets it back. Pass to Livingston. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 6. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Nogueira. Guarded by Harris. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Jokic. The Hornets have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line. And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Pelicans trail by 20. Morris outside to the paint. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Here's Jokic. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Great awareness.
And so it's Charlotte with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Pass to Mozgov. Back to Dunn. Here's Jackson. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
To the inside. To the paint. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Jokic has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Pelicans. Anunoby in the corner. Pass to Mozgov. And it's sent back by Jokic. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Livingston. And it's sent back by Jokic. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. The Pelicans making a switch here. The shot's good from Gasol. And the Hornets lead by 16.
Now, Gasol is an accomplished scorer on the inside. Tall, long, crafty, smart. Should I go on?
Back to Jokic. In the corner, it's Harris. Wow, way off on that.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
That's good from Jackson. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. It's an 18-point game. Back to Smith. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Anunoby. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Gotta love the overall court awareness. Gasol always knows when there's a wide open teammate ready to shoot, and sometimes makes a dribble to set defenders up before delivering. You know, we talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
Jacks up a three. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Pass to Jokic. Back to Smith. Now Harris. Smith in the posts. 4 on the clock.
2 points.
And the basket by Harris.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Well, he was very reliable, keeping the ball in his hands during the first half. He's had a bad case of the butterfingers here in the second.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. Hopefully they can get on the same page during this timeout.
Timeout called by New Orleans. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Smith drives in, and he banks in the layup.
And they have picked it up offensively here in the second half. Ball movement, getting high percentage shots. You can definitely see a difference.
Livingston, that's good.
And the height Dunn possesses is what allows him to see the floor so well. So good at setting up his guys for quality shots.
Harris misses. Jokic with the steal. Lets it go from 11. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Gasol up top. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Gasol's got 4 this quarter.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
For 3, Harris. No good on that one. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. 22 is their biggest lead. And the dunk by Jackson.
That's how you set up your teammates. Done with a little bit of flair.
It's tipped. And he's able to get it back. Smith outside.
2 minutes remaining.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Harris's shot is off. Hornets leading by 18. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
I can imagine a lot of things right now, but a comeback, that's not one of them.
Here's Smith. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And the call up against Jokic. That will be foul number 5 on him.
That's his 5th personal foul. Substitution for your Hornets.
1:30 left in the fourth quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Hornets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Chris Dunn.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Pass to Mozgov. From 18 feet away. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And here's Oladipo. Over Harris. Oladipo misses.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
His rebound total now in the double digits. Been an animal all night long.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.